Hi everyone and welcome to this new Twinmotion tutorial. In today's video we'll be looking at how you can bring different kind of animated file inside your Twinmotion scene. Twinmotion supports the import of both skeletal mesh animation and static mesh animation. If you want to have more details on all of that, you can find everything on our online documentation. To start with, I'm going to start by importing a file, an animation that I created in 3ds Max. So here is my file. It's a part of the ceiling. Here we'll grab my timeline. I'm going to play the animation. I know that roughly it starts to play around 550 frames. So here we have different pieces of my ceiling that open to bring some light inside my project. I'm going to select everything. I'm going to click on File, Export, Export Selection. Here I already created an FBX. I'm just going to override that file. Here is the default setting I'm using. Bake animation, I'm going to export the whole animation with the check on resample all. My FBX has been exported, let's jump back into Twinmotion. To import my animation, I can click on Import here to open the import doc. I can also click on File, Import. Here I will head over to the third tab, the Animation tab, and I'm going to load my file. Here there is a couple of options. I'm going to leave everything by default and I'm going to click on Import. My file has been imported. Right now there is no material on it. And I know I want to use the same wood as I have on my ceiling. So I'm going to click on my wood here. I'm going to duplicate that material and I'm going to apply it on my ceiling. So now, as you can see here, I have the animation that plays automatically inside my viewport. If I select the item in the scene organizer, I can first hide and unhide it, and in the property panel, I can find some of the settings. So first you have the play mode. You either have it on off, that means the animation never starts and it remains blocked at the first keyframe. The animation can play once, and after that it will stop at the last keyframe. And you can also set it to loop. It will just play the animation. After the last keyframe, it jumps back to the first keyframe and replay the animation forever. Then here you have the settings, so you can define the speed of the animation. You can define a delay. A delay is a pause before the animation starts. I already have that baked into my animation because the actual movement only starts at the frame 550 as we saw earlier, so I don't need that. And here in the animation range, I can also cut the start or cut the end. So as you saw, at the start of my animation, there is nothing for 550 frames. I can cut that. For example, I can cut 30% roughly of my animation. It will cut just the beginning and it will play my animation a bit faster. So now that we cover the basic settings, let's try to import another file. For that, I'm heading over to the Sketchfab website. Here I found a pretty cool dinosaur that I would like to import and have in my project. So I just bought this asset, exported it as a GLTF file, and I'm going to load that GLTF file in Twinmotion. Back into Twinmotion, same workflow here. I'm going to click on File, Import. Still under the Animation tab, I'm going to click on Open. Here I have my dinosaur, the GLTF. By the way, here, if I click here, we can see all the animated file format that we support. So FBX, GLTF, and GLB. Same thing here, leaving everything by default, I'm going to click on Import. And here I have my dinosaur imported in the middle of my scene. If I select it, here I will have the same setting, so I have the play mode, I have all the details, and at the bottom I have the list of animation that skeleton have. For example, here is playing the attack 1, but I can, for example, make it walk, or I can also make it roar. So right now there is a few things that I don't like inside this project. So first, it's a bit too big, it doesn't really fit the interior, so I'm just going to rescale it a bit down. I'm going to leave it in the middle. I'm just going to hide some of those trees that we can see here. So now that's a bit better. In some cases, the material are not well translated. So for example, here we can see that the eye of my dinosaur is just pure white. So we'll come to the material. Here I will look for the cornea. And here I know that for this specific mesh, I have a texture for the eye. So I'm going to open, and I'm just going to look for the texture of the eye, which is this one here. So now I have my fine eye inside my dinosaur. I can also select the material picker, click on the skin of the dinosaur, and just maybe increase a bit the roughness. So now that we are done with the Sketchfab elements, I want to showcase another type of animation you can bring inside Twinmotion. This is coming from Adobe Mixamo. So here I'm on their website, I'm going to sign up for free. On sign in, there is two really important things. The first thing at the top left is that you have the character selection, and after that you have the animation. So here you have access to a lot of different 3D characters. You can even upload your own character as an A or a T pose. Mixamo will automatically rig your character and you will be able to use any of the animation available in the Adobe Mixamo library to apply on your own character. For now, I'm just going to stick with one of the characters that is available right away. Let's maybe select Jody here. So as you can see here, Jody is in some sport clothing, so I'm going to come to the animation. I'm going to look for maybe a running or maybe a jumping animation. So here we can pre-visualize all the different animation that we have available. So for example, here we have some jumping jacks. Here we have a character that is jumping down from top of a crate, for example. Let's say I would like maybe to have this animation here, which is pretty dynamic and yeah, could make an interesting shot. So here I have a few settings, but I'm going to leave everything by default and I'm going to click on download. Same thing here, leaving everything by default and I'm going to click again on download. The asset has been downloaded. As you can see, it's fairly simple to get different kind of animation just in a couple of minutes. Jumping back into Twinmotion now. Back into Twinmotion, I'm just going to collapse everything, add my dinosaur, and now I'm going to import that character. So I'm going to click again on Import, File, Import. Still under animation, I'm going to click on Open, and I'm going to click on my jumping animation. The character here is imported by default in the middle of the scene, as we can see here. Let's maybe move her near our table here, and let's say she will try to, just put her hand on the table. Just to be able to fit that a bit more precisely, I'm just going to slow down the animation. And that's it. So we have precisely placed the animation exactly where we want. We have that nice run. She's jumping. She's putting her hand on the table and jumping over the chair. So that looks pretty cool. I'm going to put back the animation speed back to 100%. So now that we have looked at how you can import your own animation, let's head over to the media dock. I'm going to click on Media. Here there are already a few images for this project, but I'm going to click on plus to create a new media. By default, when you create a new media, the animation is stuck at the first keyframe, at the start of the animation, which is why we have our character exactly here. You can head over to the image in the property panel, and here you have the snapshot option. This option will allow you to pose the animation exactly where you want. So for example, here, let's say we would like to just create an image where the character is just jumping over the table and the chair. That's how you can do that. So now I can precisely frame my shot, press refresh, I'm going to just change maybe the focal of the camera. Just make it a bit lower, maybe, pressing refresh. I'm going to add maybe a bit of depth of field. And that's it. Let's press refresh, and now I can export my image with my character in that exact pose. Now let's head over to the video. When you create a video, same thing here. The first keyframe starts at the first frame of the animation. And then here we have our character that is just jumping over the table. The animation is fairly small, it just lasts probably around 2 to 3 seconds. So here I'm making the full length of my animation 3 seconds. So now when I'm playing with my bar, yeah, I have some more real estate. Actually, it's not even 3 seconds. It's probably 1 second for the animation, but I'm going to leave it to 2, just so we can see what is going on. So here, by moving the bar back and forth, I can see exactly where the animation starts, where the character is placing the hand, and so on and so forth. This is where it would be interesting to set that animation maybe to play once. So here I'm going to select the character, I'm going to choose once, and now this character is arriving in front of my camera. He's just playing the animation once, and he's stopping here. Let's just add a slight movement to my camera, so I'm just going to advance a bit in the space, create a second keyframe, and now I have a really subtle movement with my character jumping in front of the camera. Finally, just also customizing a bit the depth of field, just because we moved the camera a bit back compared to the previous shot. And that's it for this tutorial on animation. Thank you everyone for watching it, and we will see you all for the next one. Bye everyone!